I'm your host, Welcome 23. You're joining me for Desire Decorum, Book 2, Chapter 14, Before the Bell Tolls. Morning after your run-in with Countess Henrietta. Facing your bedroom, mumbling to yourself as you get ready for the day. What am I supposed to do? Countess Henrietta is about to... Suddenly the door flies open and Briar bursts into your room, frenzied and breathless. Countess Henrietta is... Oh? Pugsley leaps off the bed and scurries over to Briar. Slow down and breathe. We've no time for this. Right! Briar takes a few deep breaths to collect herself, then nods to you. Countess Henrietta is about to ruin everything. Over the next few minutes, you fill Briar in on the encounter with the Countess the night before. Briar covers her mouth in shock. It all makes sense. She threw your letter into the fire. How dare she betray us? Oh, wait. What am I saying? It's Countess Henrietta. I knew I shouldn't have trusted her. Oh, but alright, whatever. I mean, I kind of wanted to, but then I didn't. But then, yeah. By the way, I don't feel good, guys, so... Sorry if I'm not my usual self. I thought we were on the same side for once. From now on, we must be more discerning with who we align ourselves. I refuse to be fooled by Countess Henrietta or anyone else again. We must also be more careful with our information. As you speak, you pace around the room, fiddling with your mother's ring on your finger. Are there really that few people we can place our confidence in? Briar takes your shoulders, and you cease spinning your mother's ring around and on your finger. Bella, everything is going to be alright. Your grandmother is on her way to Bath. I'm so glad my grandmother is coming. Hopefully she'll be able to use her connections to stop whatever the Countess is getting into. Well, either way, she's going to need some concrete evidence against the Duke to try him for treason. Exactly. Good thing we've still got some time to... Wait, Briar, the wedding is tomorrow. There has to be something in the house that we can use against the Duke. The Duke's wits aren't strong enough to keep everything hidden. But how are we going to search an entire house? 3-story townhouse, no less. From top to bottom, all by ourselves in one day. Who says it has to be just the two of us? Mr. Sinclair lives just down the street. He has just as much reason to want the Duke caught as you do. More hands make light work. We need all the help we can get. Today is our last chance. I could easily get him in through the servants' entrance while no one is looking. No one but would be the wiser. Lexi paws at your leg pleadingly. I guess diamond choice. Oh. Is this your way of telling me you miss a certain Mr. Sinclair? Though sneaking around inherently lends itself to dark, uninterrupted corners, perfect for things like holding hands or kissing. You are such an enabler. Recruit Mr. Sinclair to spend time alone with him. No. There's no time to waste by going to grab Mr. Sinclair. But... I know it would be fun, but we've no time to lose. Fair enough. Let's get to it then. Well, we'll start in the... We can't start now! We're not prepared! Oh my god. Briar, we haven't time to dally. We need to... a phrase that Duke Richards won't recognize. At least something that will get our attention. You can't deny that would be helpful and a bit of fun. It would help us focus. How about... mind your manners. Plum pudding. That would be easy enough to remember. I love plum pudding. There's hardly a time it isn't on my mind. Which is why I chose it. We can't risk the Duke hearing our names either. We need new names. Aliases. Best to be more careful than not. Briar alias will be Lady Lovestruck. Why is that? Are you joking? If that isn't who you are, then I don't know as well as I thought I did. And I know you won't let that name slip by. I have always been curious about being a lady. I'll be Phantom Queen. I've always been the leader of undermining Duke Richard's operations, waiting for my moment to strike. Yeah, how'd that work out for you? I lead silently, but fiercely. Bella, you're giving me goosebumps. Or pimples. Alright, now let's go. When did it become goose pimples? Yes, that's right, Pugsley. You stay behind and guard the bedroom. You must the soft fur between Pugsley's ears and then head down the hall. You sneak down to the parlor while Briar keeps a careful eye out and ear out for Duke Richards. There's bound to be something in this room. The Duke and Sir Gideon take meetings in here too often for there not to be. Maybe a letter or a list, or some ledger of some kind. You rifle through the cushions of the settees for a few minutes while Briar keeps watch. Lady Lovestruck, there's something behind this pillow. Golden statuette. Huh. Wasn't, oh, excuse me. Wasn't this one figurine from, whatchamacallit? I'm sucking today, guys. I'm trying to use my brain right now. Endless Summer. This is a perfect representation of how the Duke sees himself. The golden idol, when in fact he's just a snake. Wherever would he hide this behind a cushion on the settee? So guests would be forced to comment on it. They'd feel it the moment they sat down. He must have stolen it from someone. No one who truly knew him would freely give the Duke a trophy. Briar rolls her eyes. I wouldn't be surprised if he had just made plum pudding! Off to the next room. You pour over a few of the other rooms and come up upon the dining room. You quickly turn over every item you can get your hands on. Phantom Queen, focus! What exactly are you expecting to find here? My health. The Duke spends a third of his days in this room. You never know what he may have had stowed away. Like this. It could be a clue of some sort. You left a tusk off a mount on the wall. I have no clue. I feel like we've seen it before, but... Phantom Queen, put that back! Why on earth does the Duke have that? He must be saving that for when his teeth fall out. Perhaps he uses it to call his meanings to order. Like a gavel. Can't you see it? Oh, yes! Briar clears his throat and starts speaking on a low baritone mimicking the Duke. I've brought you here to address the two things today. Me and myself. Your code name should have been Lady Jester. Let's hold this ruckus in the dining room. Plum pudding! You are right to have golden phrase. Even if it does make me famished. Scam into the dining room and sneak around the corner. You make your way to the study. We're bound to find something in here. It's a study. Be extra careful. Since it's the Duke's study, I think he'd be more aware if anything moved. You search carefully for a few minutes when suddenly... Eh! Lady Lovestruck, not so loud. It's... You peer over her shoulder and see... Oh. It's a brown recluse, I believe? A spider! Set it free. You don't deserve to be cooped up in this terrible, terrible room with this terrible, terrible man. How can you talk to it like that? Kill it! Be nice, Lady Lovestruck. Here you go, little one. I actually am one person who actually does free spiders, I'm just saying. You gently scoop up the spider and shoo it outside of the Duke's study. Are those footsteps? Excuse me. Plum pudding, plum pudding, plum pudding! Friar scurries behind the cover of the door, but before you can hide, Duke Richard spots you. What are you doing in here? Any wife of mine must learn to respect my privacy. Well... Actually, I'm searching for something blue for our wedding. Something blue? Yes, for the superstition. If we're to be married, you must know I'm a very superstitious woman. Fair enough. Let's see what you have found. Oh. Blue candle, blue ribbon, blue ring, blue ribbon. You scour the room and your eyes land on the blue ribbon that's tied around an old book. You quickly untie it and twist it to a bow, then hold it out to the Duke. Won't this fasten nicely around my bouquet? You saw that through this closed door? I sense the perfect something blue would be behind the store. All right. Well, I'm glad to see you're finally getting invested in our wedding, especially since the big day is tomorrow. Yes, I'm more of a last-minute planner. I'll keep this safe for you. Once you tie it around your neck, the Duke steps towards you, almost putting Briar into his line of sight. No! I mean, I'm perfectly capable of keeping it safe. Don't you trust me? Never in 1,000 years. Sir Gideon slides into the room, looming near the doorway. He narrows his eyes at you. Your Grace, it's time we leave for our meeting. Keep your something blue. I don't need to trust you to marry you until tomorrow, my fiancé. He grins coolly at you one last time before turning on his heels to leave with Sir Gideon. I've never been so thankful for Sir Gideon. Hey, we haven't heard this song in a while. You and Briar scurry out of the hallway as soon as you hear the doors to the townhouse slam shut. Now we can really get to searching. The wedding is tomorrow. We've already searched half the townhouse. But it isn't over until it's over. Simply because we haven't found anything just yet. That doesn't mean we won't find anything at all. There has to be something. I can feel it. You throw your arms into the air. It's a good lead, truly, that difficult to find around here. If I'm being frank, I do think that we'd be able to find something by this point. The Duke isn't that clever. Nothing is going right. Your eyes fix on all wall sconce that's ever so slightly askew. And now the decorations are mocking me. Can nothing go right today? I wouldn't say they're I'll show that sconce I'm not to be trifled with. You twist the sconce back in a proper position and hear something shift within the wall. What's that? Look! You point to the wall and see a new outline of a door in the wallpaper. I wonder. You push against the wall to reveal a hidden study. A secret room. What is this place? Finally, a stroke of luck! This must be the Duke's hidden lair. Rush over to the Duke's desk and immediately start to sort through the piles and piles of paraphernalia. It can't be! What is it, Lady Lovestruck? The best thing we could possibly hope for. Briar hands you a leather-bound book, and as you flip through the pages, you realize what it is. His private journal, peruse. This is everything. As you thumb through the pages, you start to see your name more and more and more. This journal is riddled with your name, Phantom Queen. Should we... This entry is dated on the night of the opera. Take a deep breath and then start to read. I have finally found the perfect woman to fulfill my plans to overthrow the Prince Regent. If only she wasn't so obstinate. I have no idea why she's so incredibly stubborn. Everyone seems to be falling over themselves for a chance to marry a duke. Is a duke's title no longer desirable for a young woman? No, that's insane. Me, myself, Duke Richards of Carlington. I am by far the most desirable suitor in England, and perhaps the world. If my talents lie anywhere, it's in the swaying of people to my side. Lady Bella will be mine, and help me to secure the throne of England soon enough. She may have escaped me tonight, but not worry. I shall see her at the races in time. You stare at the page in disbelief for a moment. That evil, no good, dirty, rotten cad! I knew there was going to be a reason he was so obsessed with me. I knew the Duke must have had an ulterior motive from the very beginning. Why else would he be so persistent? Flip the pages at the beginning of the journal and spot your name scattered all over them. The Duke must have latched onto the idea of marrying me before we'd even met one another. You think? I wonder if he says anything more of it. And before Diamond Choice. Briar continues to flip through the journal, her eyes darting quickly from page to page, taking everything in. Phantom Queen, this is brimming with information. What the Duke truly thinks of his followers, his thoughts on your grandmother, and... Ha! Ha 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 ha! What is it? There's even an entry all about himself. This is rich. Phantom Queen, you must read more of it. It's so good. No. We know the Duke is a piece of crap. We know he's full of himself, let's be honest. I'd love to read over them, but we don't have quite the time for that right now. We've got a confession in the Duke's own handwriting. We need to get this to my grandmother immediately. Of course. We will stop this wedding. Tear the pages from the Duke Richard's confession from the journal. Duck them into your recticle. Is there anything else that could... As the words start to leave your mouth, your eyes land on a small ring placed atop a stack of books. Hold a ring. Pick up the ring and roll it over in your fingers. Lady Lovestruck, look at this. What is it? There are some letters on the front. An R and a K. It must be the Duke's signet ring. The very ring he's used to seal so many documents. With that ring and the information from the journal, there's no way Duke Richards can escape defeat. We have everything we need. And just in the nick of time. What are you waiting for? Go! Where to? Your grandmother told me she could meet you at the King and Country Inn upon her arrival. All we can do is hope she knows what to do with the information. Godspeed! Please help me. I don't think you understand what this is doing to me with the temperature of 102 and reading this book. Please send help. After a short walk, you arrive at the King and Country Inn to meet with your godmother, or grandmother. When you walk inside, you spy an extra guest. Lady Grandmother and Prince Hamid, what a lovely surprise to see you together. Your friend, Prince Hamid, was just informed me of an elaborate plan to free you from this engagement. I think I may have solved your problem, my lady. Not before I did. You hand your grandmother the pages of the journal and the signet ring. She examines the ring and quickly reads over the journal entry. It's a confession in the Duke's own hand in the signet ring he's been using to seal his documents. Bella, this is just what I need. I'll get this into the right hands straight away.
This is wonderful news.
How does it compare to your plan?
Hopefully mine wouldn't be necessary, but I would be happy to whisk you away to Constantinople tonight, if you wish.
Okay. Stop coughing. I don't think that will solve all my problems. Prince Mead's face falls slightly.
I know. The Duke would certainly send someone after you. I'm worried for you. At least, it would give me more time.
That's enough. Running off to Constantinople would only be a temporary fix. They would do nothing to help save the estate. But it would save me. You don't want to save your life looking... You don't want to live your life looking over your shoulder behind dear... Your grandmother's eyes. It was your father's greatest regret that he didn't fight for your mother. Father would have wanted me to stay and fight. I cannot let history repeat itself, not when I have the power to do something about it.
You wouldn't be the lady. Bella, I knew if you played when you're this close.
Lady Grandmother. Thank you. I'm trusting you to make this right. I promise I will get this evidence into the right hands. I will make this right. Your grandmother stands and pats the evidence in her pocket. She nods to you, and the Prince of Mead then swiftly exits the inn.
Your grandmother is wise. Much wiser than a silly prince who wishes to magically make all your problems disappear.
If only magic were real. I wish the Duke had never been born. I can hardly bear to let myself think that what would happen if the Duke and I marry.
It saddens me to see you in such turmoil. I wish I could take on your pain for you.
I wouldn't wish that on anyone, except Duke Richard, so he could feel the weight of his actions.
Your happiness, your light in the world is paramount to maintain, especially now. Both of our happiness, if your grandmother isn't able to stop this wedding. I don't know when the next joyous day will be for me either.
I appreciate your solidarity, but I don't believe there's much we can do.
Lady Bella, if I told you we could go to a place where everything, even the biggest of problems, will feel small and insignificant?
I'd say you were thinking of an imaginary place.
Or perhaps a hot air balloon. I wish to give each of us the happiest moments I can before the unknown.
I like where this is going.
You've put in your time and hard work. Now all you can do is wait. And wouldn't you rather wait amongst the clouds? Let me take you away, if only for the evening.
I'll go for a hot air balloon. I wish a hot air balloon would cure my problems right now, which, speaking of which, hold on. Oh, help me. Go back to the townhouse. Though that sounds lovely, I think it's best to return to the townhouse. With the wedding tomorrow, I'll need my sleep to fight back against the Duke.
I completely understand. There are plenty of other travels waiting for us in the future.
You and the Prince walk arm in arm back to the Duke's doorstep. With each step you take, the sun sets lower in the sky. He turns to you one last time.
Don't lose your hope, my lady.
Never. Close the door behind you and instantly spot the Duke stoking the fire. I mean, you did tear out the pages of his journal, so in case Mr. Egotistical here goes and, wants to write in his journal about the events today, hey, guess what? I wonder if he realizes the pages from his journal are missing.
Lady Bella, back from one of your adventures.
I was just...
You're my fiancée, yet I never know where you are or what you're getting into.
Duke Richards brings the fire to a blaze and places the fire iron back into its holder. Starts to pace back and forth around the room. You seem a little more agitated than usual. Tell me, why are you always so angry? Is there not one day where you can be calm and collected about anything?
Never, especially after making a rather interesting discovery.
Duke Richards holds out a clenched hand and then reveals what he's holding to you. Let me guess. The journal. Oh, your mother's ring. What? Mama's ring. You try to snatch it out of his clutches, but he holds it to his chest.
Not so fast. This was left in my study. My secret study.
You reach out for the ring once more.
How sweet. You think I'm actually going to give this back?
It's mine.
Not anymore.
Duke Richards snaps around and throws your mother's ring into the middle of the roaring fire. No, you evil, horrid, wretched man!
Call me whatever you wish. Your words can do nothing to affect your fate.
How dare you? The Duke looms over you.
I don't know what you found, what you think you found, but starting tomorrow you will be putting all this nonsense behind you. You and Edgewater are mine, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Duke Richard storms out of the parlor, and you shout after him. I will defeat you! You know, you could have reached in and grabbed the ring, right? I'm just saying. Like, not with the thingy, but with the thing that stokes fire. You could have saved the ring. Next time on Desire Decorum with your wedding on the horizon, will you say, I will, or I won't? Do we really have a choice? Seriously? Oh, I'm serious. I feel like crap. I didn't sleep much because I was feeling just kind of like... I was having a really hard time going to sleep. And I know my one brother was sick. And then apparently my other one was getting sick. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you know. This is actually the worst I have felt. Like, holy shit. Like, and the fever's not breaking. So, and then my head is just congested, and I just... Why? Why is it every time I try and be productive and I do shit? There's always something, man. There's always something. Man, I'll tell you. But no, I woke up, man, and I was hotter than I probably have ever been in my life. And I'll tell you, you talk about weakness, you talk about not being able to even walk. Like, oh, boy. So I'm gonna try and push through getting the choicest chapters out as soon as I possibly could today. I just thought I'd let people know, in case, you know, I'm a little slow or I pass the out. I'm serious. Okay. Yep. We're going now.